My name is Roy Alexander. I am the Business Development Manager for VisionNet Incorporated, based out of Great Falls, Montana. We got into the managed Wi-Fi network space as a ask from one of our clients. So VisionNet's a 25-year-old telecommunications company. We run the largest privately owned network in the state of Montana. Through those relationships that we've built over those couple decades, we had a client come to us and said, hey, we're having an awful time with reliable network connectivity via wireless. Can you help out? We of course said yes, and we went to work finding the right vendor. And once we saw the ease of deployment and the ease of management of that specific network for that problem, the decision was made that we're going to turn this into a product line. And so we did, and then we executed on the plan, got out on the road, and sold a bunch of the stuff. We have a varied base of customers. Enterprise, hospitality, and municipalities are our primary customer base for our wireless products. So the business opportunity that led us to Cambium and cnMaestro was when we started the business development division of VisionNet 3-4 years ago. We had deployments of a mixed bag of different wireless equipment and different network equipment and things like that. I thought it was important to simplify that, unify it into one platform. A very important aspect of that platform is central management from a location. For us, it's the NOC here in Great Falls, Montana. And so we went out and we looked at a number of vendors and landed on Cambium for a couple of reasons. 1, the performance, 2, the price point, and 3, the corporate support behind it. So the challenges we had previously to migrating over to Cambium Networks was that because we had a mixed bag of different wireless gear and different networking gear and different management platforms, it was very tough to support on a day-to-day basis. None of our technicians really knew what they were getting into on day one because we weren't sure what was where, and then when you went to look into it, vendor A, you treat in a very different way than vendor B, and so we couldn't standardize our support process. And so that was a driver internally. Externally, of course, in a related note, the support delays and the performance delays based on that same process interruption is what drove us towards a unified product. So the business results that we have gotten from using Cambium Networks, certainly we've been more successful in selling networks across the country. I believe that's a direct result of both the ease of deployment and, again, the central management. That's a really important factor in this. I think a lot of providers get ahead of themselves without thinking about being able to centrally manage a number of networks across the country. So for us, being in Montana, we don't have a lot of networks that are close by. We've got a few, but not a lot. So we support properties from a remote basis, all the way from the East Coast, all the way to Vegas, and now going up into California and Oregon. That is only possible with a centrally managed product. So the business results from that, of course, increase revenue and noticeably increase customer satisfaction. Certainly wireless connectivity, that is the main focus of this product line. And one of the benefits of the Cambium product and the networks that we put out there is the bottleneck, which are inherent in any network deployment, is no longer the wireless side. And luckily, because of VisionNet and our ability to put network connections pretty much anywhere across the country, we solved 2 problems essentially with one. So put in a robust wireless network that handles the bottleneck on the wireless side, and then we put a much larger internet pipe in there to handle all the ingress and egress of bandwidth for those applications. One of the things that we've done is we developed a front end, so a dashboard for our clients to be able to see real-time stats on their wireless networks. Through cnMaestro X, we've built a webhook application from our network monitoring system. So I'll walk you through a few of the steps, and I'll miss a couple, but that's okay. We'll get the high level of it. Basically what happens is cnMaestro sends an alarm. Our network monitoring system grabs that alarm and reads it. And based on what the criteria of that alarm is, via the API, reaches back out to cnMaestro and says, hey, I know AP1 isn't feeling great. Can you please, from AP2, check on AP1? And so all through the API, it goes from reported down or bad AP to a good one. Ask the question to say, are you really okay, or do we need to do anything else? Then all that information via API is related back to our NMS and shown to our NOC. And then from that point, if it's cleared, great. If it's not, then they can dig in through the cnMaestro X platform. So the direct benefits of cnMaestro were our ability to see performance metrics and reduce the time frame of support instances. That is a very measurable metric, as well as that on a hidden basis. Of course, it increases revenue. People are happy, they spend more money. It's a pretty simple equation. Because of the tools that are in place with cnMaestro X, we have the ability to do that. The Cambium equipment that we use in our networks, it varies from deployment to deployment. Depending on the application, the terrain, the environment that we're going to be installing in, but I can't think of a single Cambium product that we haven't deployed in our networks. We use their sectorized products, we use their omnidirectional products, we use their point-to-point products, and we even use their switches. Our guys can pre-configure radios before they're introduced into a network, and when they come online through some direction, they point that radio back at cnMaestro. That radio says, hey, I'm network A's radio. What do I do? That configuration is already pre-built in the platform, and then pushed down to that radio and makes it become what it was supposed to be without having to come to our corporate location, get racked up and get configured here. We can do all that on a remote basis. Saves time, saves money, saves effort. What I like about the cnMaestro X platform is that as an executive of our department, I can log in and look at everything too. Pretty easy for me to log in and just get a snapshot of how is everybody doing today across the country and all of our networks from a single view. Behind that, my techs love it because they can interact with it from anywhere they have internet connectivity. So they're not always here at the office in our corporate network, but they do have laptops and access to get to the network however they do. And they can log in and perform their functions from that aspect as well. So Cambium came out on top for a couple different reasons. The other wireless network manufacturers, not terrible products. They just missed on a couple key features. And again, I'll keep beating that same drum, central management. That's what made it easier for us, as well as the corporate support structure behind it, is really what sold us on Cambium networks. And over the years, that has proven to be a correct decision.